So I thought I would film my tutorial today. I have a little time off and why not? So curl tutorial is what, 1 out. I am going to film this makeup look, which is my everyday makeup look, as well. So I will post that another day. But first up is our hair tutorial. So my hair is pretty dirty and it's been up in this bun for a good couple days. I think I washed it gosh, it's been a couple days. Anyway, but usually what I do is I wash my hair, I straighten it, and then the next day I curl it. And anytime I'm not out and about or that I don't want my hair to look nice or presentable, like aka if I'm home with the kids, my hair is up in a bun or in a braid because it's out of my face, I'm not touching it. That helps me prolong my style a little bit. I still have to totally re-curl it when I'm ready to style it, but it at least doesn't let my greasy hands get in it or my greasy kids' hands get in it, and that seems to help me. But you can do whatever you want to do. So my hair is pretty dirty. It's not crazy greasy. I have a little bit of a dry scalp right now, so I have a little flakes. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little of my dry shampoo, Kevin Murphy Fresh.Hair. I shake it up, and I just spritz it in the areas that I feel like are the oiliest, which is usually right around my face because that's the places I am touching when I'm putting my hair up. And then I just kind of massage that in. It feels so good on my scalp. I love it. It like makes me feel like I did wash my hair. I love this dry shampoo because unless I really get close to my scalp, it goes on pretty clear. I can, every now and then I'll get a little white spot, but not too bad. If my hair is really greasy and I know the next day I'm not going to have time to wash it, I'll spray that in before I go to bed at night and leave it alone. Like, I don't scrunch it in, I don't brush it out, I don't do anything. I just spray it to high heaven and go to bed. So next I'm going to go in with my Young.Again oil. I just feel like it protects my hair a little bit from heat styling. It brings back some of that moisture to the ends. My ends are very dry and coarse, so they love moisture. Otherwise they look like somebody's chewed on them. But I just kind of run it through. So you can see I have a little body and a little curl. Sorry, there's a mirror over here. So I was looking at my hair over here. Left from the few other days. I'm going to move a little closer. Okay. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big paddle brush. This is my favorite. It's from Aveda. I've had it forever. Literally lasts forever. But I use this brush for everything. I use it for blow drying. I use it for styling. Wet brushes. I love wet brushes, and I have one at the salon I use a lot. That's also a paddle brush. But for my hair, personally, I have a ton of hair. So the wet brushes don't ever feel like they get actually down to my scalp. I like a stiffer brush because I feel like it actually goes through all my hair. Another tip, when you are detangling, if it's really tangly, start at the bottom and work your way up, and that'll loosen out those tangles without being so painful. So brushing it really good just helps get those products that I just put in evenly distributed. So it helps pull down some of that dry shampoo. It helps distribute that oil through. That's my hair kind of prepped. I'm going to take about an inch above my ear and go and take this bottom section, take the top, I'm going to clip it up. And I kind of take it and part it and put it off to each side. So, my favorite way to curl right now, it changes, is I take about an inch-ish section, and this is my Hot Tools curling iron. I use a Marcel, which just means there's no, there's a weird glare, means there's no spring. You can do this with an iron, you can do this with a straightening iron, or you can do it with a wand, you can do it with a traditional curling iron. Just for me, this is easiest, so use whatever's easier. But this is about a 1 1/4, I believe, not 1 1/2. 1 1/2's a little too big. 1 inch is great. I love a 1 inch. But for most people, a 1 1/4 is going to give you that beachy wave without being too tight. So I take about an inch section, and I'm going to start going towards my face, which is opposite of what I used to always do. But I take this section, clamp towards the back, so the spring's in the back, and I'm going to pull towards my face. Now, I'm curling right away up by the face because I want my curl to be all the way from the top to the bottom. I want a big wave. So then I'm going to pull out, wrap it back up. Pull out, wrap it back up. And then I drop it down, and I pull straight down. So I never actually went all the way through my ends, and in fact, my ends are kind of straight. Then I just let it chill out there. The next section I take, and I go backwards. So when I went backwards, I don't know if I probably did that too fast, so I'll show you on the next one. Pull, wrap, drop. So when I go backwards, the clamp's towards the front. I put it in, roll it up towards the top, count to 5 or whatever, pull down, roll it up, and then I release that top curl as my hair gets long. My hair's a little longer in the back. It's kind of cut in a U shape. So see, the ends are kind of left out. They're not super curled. It's kind of hard to see. I don't have a mirror in front of me. I just have my viewfinder. And that kind of makes it difficult, but I'm doing my best. Sorry, my phone was doing weird things. Pull down, twirl. So that's about where my curls are there. So I'm going to go to the other side. Same thing, about an inch subsection, and I'm going towards my face. So when I come on this side, obviously it's a little different. My clamp, is on the top, but I'm pulling it down and towards my face. Next section, away, and you just alternate, like towards, away, towards, away, towards, away. And you want to, as you get to the back, I'm not as conscious about it. I kind of do whatever's easiest for me, because I don't see the back, so I don't really care. I mean, I still want to curl, but I don't care like if they're towards each other or not. So when you're doing it like this, you're getting that curl even from the top to the bottom, versus when back in the day we used to be taught how to curl, we would curl from the bottom up. Well, then all the heat was at the bottom, so then your curl all ended up at the bottom. And my hair naturally is heavier at the bottom, so like it still kind of ends up down there, but this at least gives you more of that like undulating wave that everybody loves. The reason I love without a spring too is because I can really like make it loose, so I don't have to pull as much. It can kind of just release. With a spring, you're gonna kind of have to like pull up on your spring to kind of be able to slide down. Does that make sense? So I'm gonna leave this all here and move on to my next section. I'm going to just throw my clip So about here, I just have this little bitty bit top at the top. Now today my bangs are acting a fool, so I'm not gonna mess with them. So I'm probably just gonna ignore them today. We're all gonna ignore them. Don't we all have days like that? So I take a section in the back at the top and I really pull it up and forward. So that's gonna give me some good volume up top. I really struggle with how heavy my hair is, getting good volume at the top. All my volume ends up at the bottom. You see kind of how that lifts up right there? So I take this section across now. So before I was taking subsections horizontally, now I'm technically taking them like vertically, same thing over here. I can grab it. Pulling it up. Twisting it out. And all these I'm doing back. So clamp in the front away from the face. But having those curls on the underneath that are going other ways will help them not turn into one big curl. And you can really curl whatever direction you like better on yourself. I just personally like the openness that going away from my face gives me. The nice thing about like beach waves is it doesn't have to be perfect. Like my ends are kind of frizzy, but you know, once I kind of brush them out, you don't really notice them as much. It kind of all comes together. So there's those bangs. Back to the full. They were fun while they lasted. Okay, so now I get to this point. I usually let it cool a little more, but for the sake of time, I'm not going to today. So then I just take my fingers, kind of rake through, kind of haphazardly, kind of fluff them out. And forever losing hair. So that's kind of where it leaves me. I know it's kind of hard to tell. With my hair being dark, you can't really see quite all the texture that you would see in the blonde, but hopefully that helped. Hopefully you can kind of see how I like pulled it out, how I started at the top. It kind of gives you this longer curl versus all at the bottom. See, I still have a lot of volume at the bottom, but if you can kind of pull out a piece, you see how I get that wave more from the root to tip versus just at the bottom. And then, to finish it off, I love to take my Kevin Murphy Doo.Over. This hairspray, I say hairspray lightly because I'm not a hairspray person, but this has a powder in it, and it's like a finishing spray, and it just gives you like that softness look, which is like anti-hairspray, I feel like. You can also use bedroom hair is great for this, but I take a section of my hair, pull it out, and spray up into my hair. You want to shake the can really good because it's got that powder in there. You can also use a dry shampoo for this. The Fresh.Hair is great for this because it's so light. I've literally tried to make a lot of these products build up in my hair and I just cannot do it. They are skincare inspired, so they're meant to be layered with each other. So that's one thing that I love about this product line, because I'm kind of a product junkie. I like to put stuff in. I like to feel fun. And it does make a difference. I mean, honestly, like that stuff I use, like I said, I'm not a hairspray person, but it really does help keep my style all day long without feeling or looking like hairspray. I can still touch my hair, I can still put it up, I can still run my fingers through it. It's huge. So hopefully this helped you guys. If you have any more questions, more details, let me know. Thanks. Bye.